ऐसा भी होता है कि with dudes it takes a long time in their life for testes to descend out properly, or they
Those
have
are
like
called
half.
undescended testes. That is another topic which we need to discuss. So testes may be undescended bilaterally or it may be unilateral, which is a person may be having just one testicle
And one is inside.
and one is inside, you know. And in such individuals, if in case that other testicle, because beyond certain age, you have to surgically descend it or you have to surgically remove it out, the testicle which is inside the stomach. This is very important because recently what happened is that we gave a talk for one of the schools, and after the talk, you know, one boy came to me and he said that, you know, you doctor, you said that every boy should have two testicles, but when I check, you know, I have only one testicle. That is very strange because this kind of education was not done, and even the parents did not check, and he was not informed that, you know, he has to have two testicles. So we evaluated, one of the testes was inside the abdomen, and then we had to do a laparoscopy and we had to position it down. So two things can happen if in case the testes is undescended. First of all, let me tell you how the testes descends. When the embryo is formed or when the male embryo is formed and it forms into a fetus, when we are in our mother's womb, the testes are inside the abdomen. They are inside the abdominal cavity. Just 7 weeks before birth, their descent starts. And their descent starts because of the contraction of a band which we call as the gubernaculum. And the testes, they descend through the canals which are in the groins, which we call as the inguinal canals. And if in case that descent doesn't happen, it should happen completely by birth. By birth, the testes should be out. If in case it is not descended, then definitely it's a problem.
How आप surgery के अंदर how do you even extract the testes from the abdomen? Like, do you put a hole here on the abdomen?
No, it's basically a laparoscopic surgery, which is
Sorry, I
definitely
have no
will
idea what
provide some
laparoscopy is.
images for the audience, which is we can show something
Okay,
that,
okay, sure,
you know,
sure,
how
sure,
it's
sure.
done and how the testes is descended. Two things can happen if the testes is arrested inside the abdomen. Number one, you know, it may atrophy completely. It may completely atrophy. Secondly, it may form into a cancerous growth.
What?
Yeah.
But does the testes have a skin cover on the outside, or is just like the inside of the?
No, all those anatomical details, you know, we'll share a very
अच्छा, ठीक
illustrative
है.
diagram with you so that our audience will also understand.
और ये सारे cases में इनके जो testes वापस descend हो जाते हैं, they're fine. These
Yeah.
kids, they have no problem. Yeah, sometimes you just have to, like, actually just not descend it because it's atrophied, so it's useless.
No, it's atrophied, but still, even if it is atrophied, it can harbor some amount of cancerous growth within it if in case it is left inside the abdominal cavity. So we have to descend it down. There is no other go.
And जो जिनके नहीं descend करते या फिर they just have one testicle, or for some
It has to
reason
be detected as early as possible in their lifetime.
नहीं, लेकिन जैसे टेस्टिकुलर कैंसर के अंदर कभी ऐसा होता है कि आप एक टेस्टिकल एम्पुटेट कर देते हो.
Yes.
So for that, like, does that decrease testosterone levels?
No, it doesn't.
You can function with one testicle.
Yes. You can function with one testicle. With one testicle, a man can have normal testosterone level, and he can also produce sufficient amount of sperms.
But you just have one of the thing that everyone has two of. I'm sorry if this sounds.
Yes. He
कोई
can.
दिक्कत नहीं है.
No,
Testosterone levels पे
There are
sperm.
so many individuals who are just born, you know, with one kidney.
Yeah,
Still,
yeah,
they
yeah.
don't realize their whole life that they just have one kidney, and it functions normally. So even if men have just one testicle, it will nowhere hamper their manhood.
कभी testicular cancer के केस के अंदर have you seen both testicles being amputated?
Yes, we have seen.
उस केस के अंदर आदमी की जिंदगी पे क्या प्रभाव आता है?
So in those cases, basically, you know, nowadays it's available, and we do sperm banking, which is before the amputation, before the surgical procedure takes place. If in case we need to give some therapy like radiotherapy or chemotherapy, which may affect the quality of sperms in future, or both the testes need to be amputated because of some reason, then we can basically aspirate the sperms and we can cryo freeze them and preserve them in a sperm bank.
उसका use क्या होगा? For like
Later on, if in
for-
case the couple wants to have a child, they can use IVF and have a child.
Oh.
Yeah.
But क्या इस आदमी की if they have no testes, their sexual drive goes to zero?
So after, you know, removal of the testicles, there are many other organs in the body which also produce testosterone. One of which is adrenals. The adrenal glands, which are present just above the kidneys, they also produce testosterone.
Is it enough to have an erection or no?
It may be enough, but most of these individuals in whom the testes are removed, they are on some ART, which is artificial hormonal therapy, assisted hormonal therapy,
Why is that?
so as to have a natural drive, a natural sex drive.
But they can have sex with the.
Yes, they can.